Saturday, September 6th, 1:14 p.m. New York time. Welcome back, investors, to Winning Wall Street's Money. I'd like early access to these videos. They're posted on my Patreon page real time. The link's below in the description, as well as here on the screen. The Dow Jones Transport Average, the S&P 500, and UPS. I'm going to show you comparison. You're new to investing. There's a difference between stock indexes. Stock index is when it's comprised of two or more components. There are many stock indexes, and there are some stock indexes that are big that have smaller indexes inside them to make them. There are different kinds of stock indexes. This stock index is called the S&P 500. 500 companies are listed in it. This chart is for 10 years, 10 years of history, and each candle is a month. Obviously, the current one is not done to the last trading day of the month. The bottom left is the past 10 years low, and the top right is the past 10 years high. This month, all-time new high. Instead of going out and buy the individual 500 companies in here and managing them, you could buy the stock ETF. Stock ETF is managed by a company, and periodically they take the bad companies off and replace them with new companies. It's public information. This stock index is the go-to stock index. Financial institutions and individual investors compare their portfolio performance with. So if you're invested in stocks through mutual funds or stocks through an IRA or your own direct portfolio, has it made an all-time new high this month? S&P 500 is very diversified. It has 11 sectors. We're going to focus on one individual stock index that's inside of it. So one of the stock indexes inside of it is the Dow Jones Transport. Keyword transportation. This index has 20 companies in it. The company that manages this index, again, every so often, replaces, changes out companies. Has not always been 20 companies, but that's what it is now. So again, this index is part of the S&P 500. So if I buy the S&P 500 stock index, this would be part of it. And this index, let's go back here again. The S&P 500, all-time new high. Put some more history on it. Go to Max. Max in my data. All the way back here. 1930, 1928. Here's the low. Here's the high. It's back 10 years. 10 years I'm showing you because financial institutions, the professional ones, they recognize 10 years is considered an investment period. Yeah, you might be putting something in for 1 day, 1 month, 1 year, but a solid 10 years is considered an investment. Different duration? Sure, you could say anything. I'm just showing you what the facts are. Dow Transports, put this on the max. Bottom left, all the way back. Again, this has more history. 1909, 1908. Again, this index has more history. I'll get to that in a minute. Give you some insight. So this Dow Jones Transport Index, again, referred to as the Dow Jones Transport. It's a sector, most widely recognized as the gauge of American transportation sector. So they're going to be American companies in this index all. It's recognized as, and still is, being used longer than the better known Dow Jones Industrial Average. Yeah, so this is one of the oldest stock indexes. But every so often, the companies have been adjusting here. And if you look, these yellow lines, here's the high of this year. We're below this high year of the year. We're below the high of last year, below the high of 2021. So it's underperforming the S&P 500. You can see it's been a big consolidation here. Well, let me show you something else. I was trying to go directly to the company that manages it, and they're not making their website user-friendly. But this is current data. There are many companies that post, but they're not current. This is current as February 26th. What it is showing alphabetical order, all the companies in this, the 20 companies in the index. Again, it's one sector. It's the transportation. But within transportation, there are different industries. Airlines, rental leasing, trucking, railroad, real estate, logistics, freight, delivery services, marine transportation, guarding ships that do bulk, commodities, crude oil, natural gas, also car carriers, grain carriers. Yeah, marine transportation is very broad, but it's not all on the list there. Railroads, trucking, airlines, transport. So again, it says sector here, but these are industries within the sector. So again, they're doing a bad job not saying the word, but I'm telling you what it is. These are industries within the sector. And see this? You ever hear of this company called Uber? It's a rideshare. It's gotten big enough to be and valued enough to be part of this index. It replaced other companies. Look at the bottom, United Parcel Service. They've been around for a long time. American Airlines, long time. Federal Express. So big companies, well recognized. I want to show you something on UPS because again, they have a lot of history. They've been around for a long time, many more than these other companies. Gotta change this out to the company. UPS. Let's put it up to monthly. Here's the high, 2022, and it's been trending down. This month, all-time new low for the year. Again, here's the high this year. So I'm going to put this in three things here. We'll put the Dow Transports in this grid. Cue it in for the monthly. And we'll put UPS in this one. Same thing. We're going to be looking at the monthlies for 10 years. Just three grids. So if I buy this company UPS, I could buy that. Don't forget it's part of this index. So if I buy this index that Dow Transports, it already owns this stock. So I'd be more diversified buying Dow Transports. But again, Dow Transports, UPS, they're underperforming the S&P 500. If I buy the S&P 500, it's already including the Dow Transports, United Parcel. That being said, the winner is the S&P 500 right now. Why would I want to invest in these other ones? Day trading, swing trading, that's different. But I'm talking about investing. For the week, we'll get there in a minute. I want to show you each of these in a month. Again, S&P 500, new high, higher low. The Dow Transports, inside candle. When it's a yellow candle, that means it has to take out the higher low. Small trading range, indecision. And UPS, yeah, new low. Charting, not talking about fundamentally, but charting, here's a low for the year 2020. That's a swing low, very close. See these big red candles? Huge sell-off, panic selling. And here, massive consolidation. Put this on the max. All the way back here in 2000, 1999. Yep, UPS was not always on the stock market. Many companies were, and some companies come and go. The point is, here's the history that I have for data. UPS high, 2022, low, 2009, coming here. This might be an opportunity for a bullish trade. It hasn't proven itself yet. Nope. But I'm watching it. Let's put this on the lower time frame now, weekly. For the week, it closed red, lower low, lower high. Again, here's a high for the year. And this week, low for the year. So again, this is still trending down, lower low, lower high. Smaller trading range than that panic selling. Put it on a daily. 1 year daily. And here's the high. And the low. Zoom in. Let's pull year to date. There you go. Year to date. Friday closed green. Higher high, higher low. You hear me? It reversed. Friday, higher high, higher low. Thursday was the new low for the year. So you see this green candle, Friday, higher high, higher low. Just like it did there. Higher high, higher low, and then sold off again. Not giving me confidence want to buy yet. Put this back on the weekly. Put it back on the monthly. Oops. I'm more interested to see it coming to test this low. It may not happen. So again, I'm watching these other time frames to see if we get a reversal. Well, that's the monthly, weekly, daily. And I'm going to show you what's referred to as intraday. And extended hours. The gray areas are extended hours before and after the regular trading hours close. This is 5 days, half an hour candles. That was the low of Thursday here. Huge sell-off, reversed. Friday, higher low, higher high. Market open. So I'm going to put this on 15 minutes. Market regular trading hours, 9:30. Market open here, went a little bit lower, went up, went back down. Let's put it on 5 minutes. Bunch of buyers and sellers. Opportunities. Going to put each of these now on a daily. Zoom in. Again, far left, S&P 500, the middle, Dow Transport, and the far right, UPS. I'm not showing anything about fundamentals, just charts. Thank you as always, spending just a little time with me. That's it for the video. Thank you for watching.